This one is about YSL Slug, aka Tick, aka Trantavius Stevens. The government is threatening to take his plea agreement back and send him to jail. This video is going to break down how the government use you and spit you out when you join their team, abandon your comrades, and become a rat bastard. All right? So sit back and enjoy the ride. All right, this one's about YSL Slug, man. This is what it is. Let me break it down so y'all can understand, because I know all this social media stuff, a lot of time people don't understand because they ain't been through it, and they do their best to navigate through it. But this what's going on. This brother sat here, and he had a RICO case, was on the indictment with Thug. So being that he was on the indictment with Thug, the government came to him and they looking for somebody to break to give up information. So he already didn't want to do the time. So he sat there and he told them, I'll work with you. So as he's working with him and he joined the team, put on his shiny new knee pads, you know what I mean, to do the government's bidding. He sat there and they told him, okay, what happened? He testified, he was debriefed, he gave all kinds of proffers, he sat down with these people for hours and gave up all this information. They wrote down all the information and they put it in a timeline how they was gonna use it against Young Thug. Now, when they did that, he thought all he had to do was plead guilty, give him the information, that would be the end of it. They told him he had to testify, so now he's thinking, okay, I got to testify, I could go in there, they already got the information written down, so I don't have to say nothing because they already know everything. I told them everything. So he goes in the courtroom and they start off by showing his educational level. They was trying to show that he was competent and he knew what was going on, but instead he went in there with the old raggedy coat looking like Crackhead Joe, and he's sitting there and I don't know how old I was in 6th grade. I don't know when I joined the gang. I just know, Williams is my brother. He's your brother, but you're testifying. That's what rat bastards do, That's his brother. So he didn't even want to call him Slime. He didn't even want to call him Thugger. He wanted to call him his brother. You see Thug sit there and choke up. I've been through that same situation. When I was sitting in trial and I see my comrade came in there, I gave him vehicles and everything he wanted. Women, jewels, whatever he wanted, I gave him. And then to sit there across from this man and look at him, point me out and say, there he is. He's the leader. I did everything because of him. He's guilty as sin. He did this. He did that. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him like, oh my God, you rat bastard. That's all came to my mind when I'm in the courts. I sat there stone-faced. My lawyer told me, don't look so serious. I said, they getting ready to take my life from me. How could you say don't look so serious? So if y'all questioning why Thug is in there, with his arms folded, that's because he's thinking, if I could just get my hands around his bare neck. This is what Thug is sitting there while they're having a testimony, he's just sitting there and he's seeing Tick curled up in the corner and blood everywhere. Not promoting violence, just let y'all know the real how this thing play out. So these are the thoughts going through his mind. So when you look at it, you can't read his mind because he had the darkest thoughts right now on what he want to do to his brother. But now, dude go up there and he testify, he do all of that, and he acting like he don't know nothing. The first couple of days, the first day, we said, oh, man, I'm not even going front. I was even like, oh, man, this dude, he screwed up, but, he's really helping Thug. So maybe he screwed up to help Thug, because he was playing dumb as hell. No, I don't know where they sell drugs. No, I didn't know them again. No, yeah, this and that. And then after the first week, the prosecutor sat him down and he said, look, you on our team. You going out there, you throwing the ball over the fence, you're not even hitting home plate. You're not even on the field. Either you get on the field or we're going to pull your deal and put your black ass in prison with him. Now, I'm going to get into that in a minute about him going to prison. But so now, then he comes back in there and he puts on a nicer shirt and he kind of, put a little, butter on his dreads. Yes, butter. Because, you ain't got oil and all that. And maybe now they do. Back then, we didn't have oil and all that, you know what I mean, in the joint. The most they'll give us is Vaseline. They didn't even give it to that. Like to give us Vaseline because they said we could put it around our wrists and slip the cuffs. So we used to have to use butter for lotion. Now, imagine if you youngins want to go to prison, just think about that. We had to use butter. Take butter. You get those little packs of butter you get in IHOP. You take the little packs of butter and you smear it on your hand and you rub it on your face. Rub it in your head to get some type of moisture from butter. That's how they had us living. So look at this brother. He looked like he needs some butter. But anyway, I'm quite sure he had plenty of butter in there because they try and treat them a little better. Now they treating them bad. This is the way the government works. The government use you until they're done using you. The government is no different than a gold digger. A gold digger just wants to get what she needs for herself. After she do that, it's off to the next one. And that's what happened with this brother here. They used him, Now, they got the information out of him. They didn't get the proper information when Thugger's lawyer went up there and cross-examined him. And, he told the truth as far as Thugger tried to help. Thugger tried to get me out the game. Thugger left the neighborhood. Thugger didn't really grow up in the neighborhood. Thugger was never really with that. Thugger fell back from me when I started selling drugs and I wanted to do this and that. Thugger offered me a job, to set up the itinerary for when, we got shows, to carry the equipment, to get in the booth and do the same exact thing as him. He even paid his rent. They had the text message. Thug did all this for this man, but yet he still turned out to be a rat bastard. But he knew he was dead wrong. The government saw the way Thug's lawyer cross-examined him, ate him up, and made their case look like nothing. So now they pull him in the back and say, yo, that's like a boxer in the ring, and he out there, he just getting whooped on. And all he looked like he's throwing the fight. He's not fighting hard as he know how to fight. So you pull him over in between rounds and you say, look, my man, you got to win this fight because if not, I can't mess with you. You're not going to have no money. You're not going to be able to take care of your family. You know what I mean? So you there's nothing you could do. You know what I mean? Other than go out there and fight your best fight. Give it your all. So they gave him the speech basically like, nigga, look, this is what it is. I know I can see these black women talking to him. Check it out. Let me get the camera. I can see these black prosecutors talking to him, right? Nigga, look, you the worst of the worst. You're scum. You already ruined your reputation. You're nothing. You're crap right now. The unique Mecca audio is talking about you on his YouTube, calling you a rat bastard. So you can never get your life back. So whatever you thought you was going to do, come up here playing these games and then playing us. You can't play us because we're the government. We control this. We control you. You with us forever. You know what I mean? Now, just so you understand that, right? And he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, but you already have my testimony, I gave you my statements when you interviewed me. He said, no, nigga, we need you to say it on the stand. And we need you to make it more dramatic. You know what I mean? He's like, I can't make it no more dramatic. He say, well, this is what it is, right? We're going to pull your plea. We're going to lock your dumb ass up. And we're going to put you back in the pen with these other dudes that's looking for rat bastards to tear alive. So now he woke up. So now they say, now you're looking at 20 years. You understand? You're looking at 20 years. That same 20 years that was on the table, we're about to put it back if you don't go out there and show your ass that you one of the best workers we ever picked up. So he go out there and they say, do you see Jeffrey Williams in the courtroom? I said, yeah. Well, what do you call him? Last week it was his brother. He's like, Doug. Slime, you know. Well, do you know they sell drugs? Yeah. Do you know they sell drugs at this location? Yeah. Last week it was mom. Yeah, I didn't know woman. They just hung out there. But once they gave him that pep talk to let him know, nigga, your black ass going to prison just like Jeffrey, aka Thugger, you know, and this the way they work. Cause I'm gonna ride. Let me ride. All right? Put your seatbelt on. This the way the feds work. Now, you see, he went up there, testified, screwed up his whole character, screwed up his whole legacy. And right now, so y'all understand, Thugger, God willing, beats this case and he come home. YSL is going to be just as big as, you know, Bad Boy, Rockefeller, you know, Cash Money, you know, because they're going to be labeled as official gangster channel and everyone know about them worldwide now from this trial. So Thugger have a lot riding on this. The government have a lot riding on this. The government got a lot riding on this because they need a conviction to stop other black men from trying to get out the hood using the vehicle of the record industry. You see what I'm saying? Thugger have a lot riding on this because he beat this, he come home, everybody's gonna want to sign with him. Whatever he do is going triple platinum at least. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Because right now, he's, you know, one of the realest rappers out, just like the one that played out last week to that sweet deal, YSL Lucci. You know, he get out 90 days, he the man. He the man. He took it on the chin. We sat there and watched them fight this from our iPhones and TV. We watched Lucci sitting there fighting. We watching Thugger fight. These young men make it out of this unscathed, and they got the best lawyers. And right now with technology, you can refute the prosecutor. Back then, you couldn't refute the prosecutor with nothing he said because it was his word and the police word against yours. And the judge even tell the jury, take more credence to the government officials and the police officers because they took an oath, even though you sitting there knowing they lying out the side of their neck. But anyway, so you understand, because remember I said we was going to ride. Remember we said we going to ride. Now, the way the feds work is, right, once they're done with this, right, with him, they're trying to charge him to put him in jail because he made them look bad, not only in their office, but worldwide. This man made those black women down. And you know what it is when a black woman is scorned. I think it was R. Kelly said it best, you know, when a woman's scorned. You know, so right now they're scorned at this dude. He's testifying. They still plan on putting him on the stand. And then they jumped out there and let it be known that they're getting ready to charge him for perjury, inconsistent statements. Now, they try to charge him and then throw him in the Atlanta system so that the wolves could get on him for what they did. And you better believe they watching this on the news down there in Atlanta too, in the prison. So they just trying to throw him out there to the wolves. I'm talking about throw him out there to the wolves. So the way the government work, right? Because what I seen them do, dude testified against dude. Dude, they didn't like the way dude testified because dude beat some of the cases. They couldn't get the superseding indictment where they take more things that a rat bastard says and add to it and come back with another indictment called superseding the first indictment and giving you an additional indictment with additional charges based on what your rat bastards did and said. You understand what I'm saying? So now, once you get that, right? So they already know they losing this case because he's supposed to be their star witness. They even talking about putting him back on the stand and all that. So now while they talking about putting him back on the stand, he's sitting there all messed up and he's like, but I did the best I can. And they having a discussion. This man is so simple, you know, that he actually sat there and waived his attorney-client privilege to talk to the judge. And his lawyer actually let him do it. When you never waive that. Because if you waive that, then they could say whatever you said behind the books that the Constitution protected behind the books. But, you know, that's how they treat these rat bastards when they get them in court. But they'll turn around, and I've seen them put dudes in the same prison with the co-defendant. So y'all put in comments, what do you think would happen? You know, God forbid, you know, Thugger gets found guilty, you know, and then he goes to prison, and then the state put this kid, what's his name, Slime, whatever it is. Now he's not Slime. I can't even. I don't even try to remember Snitch's name. What the heck is it? Tick. They take this dude Tick, and that's a name. Just analyze. We get names by who we are. Like by our characters. Like my name is unique because I'm like one of a kind. I'm different. I'm da da da, and so on and so on. And then you get a name like Thugger because they got you as a thug, and then you get a name like Tick. What is a tick, y'all? A tick is the worst thing you could have. A tick is what they have on the back of a dog, you know what I mean? And he got no hands to pull it off, so he got to reach back and try and snatch it out with his fangs because he got no hands. A tick is nothing more than a blood sucker. This man was sucking the blood, this so-called blood money out of Young Doug. Yo, I need my rent paid, and I never tell on you, dog. I got your back. And then here he is testifying against him. But the government would turn around and put the two of them in the same prison together. And God willing, Thug beats the case and go home. And everybody gonna call Thug from the street, telling them congratulations. Because, and I know y'all don't like when I bring it up, but like when I bring up the O.J. Simpson joint, right? We celebrated when O.J. beat that case. Right now, they're going to celebrate Lucci when he get to the state. Because he stood toe-to-toe with them and he whooped them. He got 10 years on probation, mandatory, and then he got to serve 10 years that he's only doing 65% of that and he out in 90 days. Come on, man, that was sweet, But now, imagine them putting him in a jail where they got, other YSL dudes that done stood strong and did like they were supposed to do, and then they put him in that jail. He's going to have a rough bid. They trying to put him in the prison system, these women, because they're scorned, they're trying to put him in the prison system to have them eat his back alive. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just telling y'all the facts what happened. Because they act like, oh, we messed up the paperwork, and we didn't really see that, this jail that we sent you to had so many YSL members and da-da-da-da, but yet he's in there, he done got airlifted out the hospital, can't breathe, teeth is everywhere, and they're saying, oh, we made an honest mistake, but yet he's half dead. But that's how a scorned woman gets even. Because they have the power to send him where they want to send him. Look how fast they got Lucci out of there. He already went down, or what they call it, wherever he done went in an Atlanta prison system where they done cut his hair already and he just took the plea last week. And now they already got pictures out with him with his head cut off because that's a part of the system. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? The government use you, man. They use you and spit you out. So all you bloodsuckers, tick. All you ticks out there that think that you're going to turn on your man after you done sucked the blood out of him. Sucked as much money as you can. Now he's sitting in jail fighting for his life, and you want to sit there and try and put a nail in his coffin. When you do that, they have something for you. This dude here, they trying to give him either 10 or 20 years and take the plea deal away and all that snitching he did, whatever happened with Thug over here, that's going to happen. Let me give you a good picture. If Thug, God willing, Thug beats this case. Thug beats this case and he goes home. They'll charge him and give him the 20 years that Thug was looking at because they feel that he's the reason why he beat it. And he can't take back nothing he said, like he couldn't took back nothing, none of the statements he did. That's why they had him reading his plea agreement, reading his prior statements, and reading everything so he could understand what's going on. Y'all don't understand. This snitching thing y'all on YouTube and all of this social media talking like it's cool to tell on your comrade. Yo, you're gonna have to face your comrades and your comrades' comrades. You can't hide. I think Tick really believe he can testify and, try and make it look like he looking out for his man and not really give him no information. Talk about he called him his brother. He didn't know where they sell drugs. He didn't know that they was a gang. You know what I mean? But you see, once they put that 20 years back on the table, he went back in there. Oh, his name is Slug. His name is Thugger. They sold drugs over there at the thing. And yeah, I knew there was a gang and I could pour them all out. They go whoop-de-whoop, Kenny Boop, and doop-de-doop. You know what I mean? And he's doing everything right. But it's too late, my nigga. You done scorned those women, and you don't want to piss off a woman, much less a female or a woman prosecutor. And that's what you did. So that's what it is to give you all the sum up on what's going on, so you understand. And they're trying to take his plea because they're saying that he gave inconsistent statements, right? And with those inconsistent statements, that means they wasn't the same, so that means he lied. Who's going to remember everything that was said verbatim? You understand? So, but they don't care. Right now, they're just trying to punish him. That's it. It's a wrap. So they're going to punish him. They're going to do what they got to do, and they're going to keep it moving. So let me tap out. Let me get up out of here. Been on here long enough. I got some things to do today, but I just wanted to tap in and give you a little bit about that. Don't be a rat bastard, because they're going to treat you like they treating bloodsucker. Tick. Cop the book of Ruin Harlem. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and Cash App is on the screen. All right?
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be whoring uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.